What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lunatic Froggy. Don't ask me where Trucker is. I didn't tell him I was streaming either, so probably like, what the fuck? Yeah. So, what's going on, everybody? Anything fun and interesting? We're just sitting here listening to one cat meow at the other cat, aka the baby's learning how to walk. What's up, ever yodeling? Hi, Dorian. How you doing, sweetheart? What you up to today, there, Mr. Dorian? I got my little uh unicorns. You're doing great. I'm glad you're doing great. Chilling right. Yeah, we're all freezing tonight. What's up, Jamie? I seriously have a fucking mama cat teaching the baby cat how to walk right now. So if it wasn't for my soundboard fucking reducing the meowing, y'all would hear that. It's horrible. I can't sub. I'm dumb. What's up, Jay? How you doing, sweetheart? I can't sub either, sweetheart. I can eat a sub, and that's on point period. I figured I'd get somebody with that sub comment. Your sub slaps. Please check and enjoy. Could have said your sub's running away, but I didn't. Dude, we still have snow and ice. Do you know how pathetic that is? We still have snow and ice. Like, I live in Texas. I've had 2 adult beverages since I got home. That might have assisted the joke. True. I know what, helps with assisting, fucking adult jokes or adult beverages. Yeah, you could keep that fucking shit up north. You can keep it up north. It does not belong down south. I don't want it down south. You can fuck off with that. I ain't getting any notification for a snowstorm. Why don't you want my because snow is a 4-letter swear word. Yeah, no. We might get rain. It's literally supposed to be 50 some degrees tomorrow. It's gonna be, well, depends on which app you go through. Anywhere between 40 to 50. Got her. The cat is now hiding under my chair going, meow, meow, meow. Just so that way the baby comes to her. It's cute. Go, go. Ghostly got off the lead and went to go hang out with people. He's about to get outside. My dog got off the lead. Did you hear about the doomsday clock beginning 85 seconds off? The closest is ever. Yeah, it ain't doomsday. Not yet. Mexico ain't frozen over yet, baby. We got our. It officially turned 2 weeks old today. So it's been walking all over. Cold. That's why I had Jordan pick it up. What's up, Gemma? How you doing, sweetheart? Hey, yeah, the Simpsons normally do predict snowstorms. I'm just waiting for them to predict the one in fucking. I'm waiting. Yeah, when Mexico freezes over, we'll be good. I'm doing good in bed. I'm exhausted. I bet you are, Gemma. It ain't bedtime yet for me. Jordan says he's 18. I want to move, but I'm afraid to move. Gemma says hi, Jordan. And if you don't understand why I'm afraid to move, there's a baby, 2-week-old kitten on the fucking floor. Because mama will take it out of the box because we have it in a box. She's teaching it how to walk right now. So, because like they don't really walk until like after 2 weeks. So, yeah. You leave that baby alone, she will bite the fuck out of you. And I ain't talking about the 2-week-old baby. He's paying attention to Shadow, and I know Shadow will attack. She's my little guard dog. Gemma, you're missing it, man. Baby's learning how to walk. Yeah. Hold on. Stop being so loud. Gemma, where are you, Gemma? There you go. See, baby's on the floor. I wish I had a better light for over here. Hold on. All my lights are shut off. Unplugged, turned off, whatever. There we go. Better picture for you. What's up, Dorian? I don't know how long I'm gonna be live today. It all depends. It's a cold day today, so shit. I think everything's still closed down. No, Subway was open, so and Walmart was open. Yeah, he was riding his bike on the fucking road. Everything's turning into slush, but then when it gets cold at night, it turns back into ice. So everything's a delayed start. Yeah. Tell your mama. Tell your mama. She leaves you on the floor. I'm gonna pick you up. That's the rules. She leaves you on the floor. I pick you up. My little chunky monkey. Look at how big he is. It is. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. But it's a cutie. You want to smell? You know what she did earlier? She literally picked up her kitten. Shadow picked up the kitten and dragged it to Coco and left it for Coco as a present. Like, are you crazy, dog? Cat? Put it back in its bed. Oh, that's another thing. She moved it out from underneath the bed. She refused to leave it under the desk, not the bed, but she refused to leave it out from underneath the desk. She kept dragging it out from under here, so we just put her box out where she wanted it, and that's where it stayed. She can still teach the baby and be in eye contact, and I think it's probably a little bit warmer for her too. So, but yeah, that's pretty much been our fucking day, week. There ain't shit to do besides stay here. Love the cats. Yeah, I do too. They're cute. They're a pain in my ass though, but they're cute. They that is definitely one thing. As soon as fucking the animal control comes back into town, their ass is getting fixed. Yep. I ain't dealing with no more kittens. Hell no. I don't want no more kittens. I don't want no more babies. I suppose I could sure. There you guys go. You can watch what I'm doing. We're playing Stardew Valley. This is what I told everybody they needed to get so that way Jordan can play with them. Except for I rigged up the system. You'll see why in a second. I rigged the system. Did I talk to you? I did talk to you. I did talk to you. Grumpy George. There we go. I talked to everybody. Why can't you see what? Where? Because somebody has not given you rules yet. I'll probably have to go through and do that today. Even though he's in the chat. By the way, you only have to have 8 eggs to beat this competition. And why do I play stupid games like this? Because they don't fuck with my seizures. And that's a number one rule I have. It can't fuck with my seizures. Give me a second. I'll add you in a second. Because it's going to go to a cutscene in a second. Well, 4. All right. What's Papa locking, Paul?
Watching a movie. It's over in 20 minutes.
What movie we watching?
Prometheus, I believe, or the one after Prometheus, the Alien series.
Nice.
Where's Scotty?
I don't know.
You don't know.
He is enjoying his time.
Lovely. All right, finish your game or do it. I'll be about 20 minutes.
All right.
All right.
See you soon. All right. So if you notice that amount right there, it's because I hacked the system. I hacked it. Yep. That would be me. No, I didn't hack it. If you're on PC, there's a way that you can get like your if you put your name as the item code number, does it. Kind of cool. Then you have enough so that way you can do things. So, like, my name is 74 166 278. That's my name. Oh, look. Spaghetti. Uh, a 3-day Calico Desert. That's great. Let me go do my fucking shit so I can. That's what I was supposed to do. Hmm. Uh, you know what? We're actually going to put that in the desert. We're going to put that in here. Because I have the greenhouse, or I got to go pay for the greenhouse to get open. This is what I play when I'm bored. It's Stardew Valley. Jordan likes it because it's almost like Minecraft, but it's not Minecraft. And if you know my gamer tag, you can catch me on it. So, yeah, the joys. JB, I know you're in chat. I seen you was in chat. Uh, message me on Discord. I think I can do it from here. I think. I don't know. Yeah, I can. Nope, I can't do nothing. That is up to Jamie. Oh well, I tried. Shit. Greenhouse. Fuck it, I'll run with the same pickaxe. I don't care. I'll show you why Jordan thinks it looks like Minecraft. While we wait for Paul to finish his movie, we'll go play in the mines. No, it's on its way. We haven't had mail for like 4 days because it's been nothing but pure ice here. But there is a permissions you have to give somebody in your Discord. I can't do it. Before anybody says anything, my son is 18. He knows right from wrong, somewhat. Could he stand to live on his own? No. But he knows right from wrong. But yeah, like we haven't, because of the snow and ice down here, we haven't received any mail. True. After you hit 30, it just flies by. You'd be sitting here going, why does it feel like it was yesterday? What day is it today? I got you. I don't game often on this channel, but I get figured, fuck it, I'd go live, and then I didn't know what I wanted to talk about while I went live. I was gonna do reactions, but I have my game already pulled up. My phone's over there fucking vibrating. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Appar- not my phone, my watch. Apparently it was my watch. We had the boys went and did the neighbor's yard today because they have an exit ramp out the back of their house, and it was nothing but ice. I can remember when I was in school, 1 year felt like 3 years. LOL. It went so slow, right? And then you have kids and they say it's going so slow, and you're like, dude, it was just Tuesday last week. I was looking for a picture of my son when he was 14, and I literally had to go way back, and I'm like, God damn, weren't you just 14 like 2 days ago? Shit. He wasn't. He was 14 a couple of days ago. All right, after this night, I'm gonna close up my game. Alarm's going off all over the fucking place. Woohoo! Level 20. I don't need that useless sword. You wanna go see why the whole fucking house shook? Jordan? Do you want to go see why the whole house shook? Yes. How would you know? It took me 5 times to ask you one question. Fucking child. I swear. I don't think it shook. Some days I wish I could smack you, child. No. I wouldn't smack my child. That's abuse. Okay. It just felt like it did. All right. Uh, but yeah. Growing old sucks. Paul will attest to it when he gets back from his movie. It does indeed. Oh, shut up. You're still a kitten. You sure about that? Same difference. Go that way. Oh, there's light. And Jordan said, let there be light. But no, I don't know what to talk about. I'm a dum dum today. Just kidding. I ain't a dum dum, but yeah. So, how's the weather where you guys are at? Why is my screen like that? It's so far back. There we go. What can we watch on YouTube? What's worth watching on YouTube? Uh, oh yeah. I'm gonna. What's up, SJ? How you doing, sweetheart? How's the weather where you're at? Ooh, Rostov's live. Rostov. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but if you don't, he's a good man. Trying to think of things we could watch, react to. Trucker's busy. Appalachian Mountains. I was going to. Y'all ain't gonna like it when I watch your fucking video because I can't do this fucking normal speed bullshit. And if at 1.5 it's still too slow, RS is jacking that shit up. All right. Appalachian Mountains by Mr. Skeleton. 10 true, creepy, and scary encounters. Let's see if they're real.
Welcome back, guys, to Mr. Skeleton. In today's episode, I'm sharing 10
If you don't know who he is, go follow him because I've never watched him, but we're going to watch him. So let's see what he has to say.
true, disturbing stories about the Appalachian Mountains.
How do they know they're true, though?
What you're about to hear will change the way you look at those ridges forever. But before we begin, please consider subscribing. And
Yeah. We all know. Subscribe.
squirrels, wind in the leaves. Then, somewhere around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, everything just stopped. Not gradually, abruptly, like someone hit mute. At first, I thought it was weather, maybe a storm system I couldn't see, but the sky stayed clear, the air still, and the quiet didn't feel peaceful. It felt tense, like the whole forest was waiting. Still, I didn't panic. Told myself it was just unfamiliar territory. Mountain forests had their own patterns. I wasn't a local. What did I know? I didn't tell anyone. No cell service out there, and I wasn't about to drive 30 miles just to text someone that the birds were acting weird. Besides, it wasn't like I had anyone back home who'd really care. Then came the storm. It rolled in on a Tuesday, the kind of storm that doesn't ease in, it just arrives. One minute it was late evening and still. The next, the sky cracked open and dumped rain like it wanted to drown the ridge. Lightning flashed fast, one strike after another. The whole cabin shook with thunder. I couldn't sleep. The wind slammed the walls like it wanted to rip the cabin loose. Around.
Okay, why do I have to put this bitch on 2.0 to even fucking... I can't stand when people don't talk fast. Like, ugh.
2 in the morning, I got up to make tea, or at least pretend it would help. The kitchen window faced the tree line. Most nights, you couldn't see much. Just black trees and darker shadows.
No shit. You're not going to see much at nighttime in the fucking Appalachian Mountains.
But when the lightning flashed, it lit up the yard. And in one of those flashes, I saw something standing at the edge of the clearing. It wasn't close, 30, maybe 40 feet away, but I saw it clearly, too clearly. It was upright, but nothing about it looked human. The legs bent backward at the knees. The arms were too long. It looked stitched together out of mismatched pieces. A bulky torso, linebacker shoulders, hunched forward like it wasn't used to standing. The lightning faded. Next flash.
So, a skinwalker.
Gone. I gripped the edge of the sink for 10 solid minutes. Didn't blink. Told myself it was a trick of the light. But I knew better. I'd seen it. That thing didn't belong. The next day, I drove into town and bought a rifle. Cheap, overkill, some hunting model from the 90s. I bought extra locks for the doors and a backup flashlight. For a while.
Why didn't you go? I'm going to say this, and yes, I know I have to stop it every so often. But if you're going to the Appalachian Mountains, you should already be packing. Right, Paul?
Right on.
Do I need to slow it down for you, Paul?
No. Why would you have to do that? I'm an hour away from the Appalachian Mountains.
No,
That's
the
serious.
video. Do I
Oh,
have
the
to slow
video.
the video down? Because
Seen it.
most people can't fucking stand when I listen to videos because I listen to them so quickly.
Things calmed down. No storms, no shapes. The silence still came every afternoon, but I was used to it. I stayed busy during the day, kept the rifle by the bed at night, blinds drawn tight. Then one night, the satellite signal went out. I was half watching a rerun of a cooking competition when the screen blinked off. The dish was mounted just behind the cabin, a few steps from the woods. I didn't love the idea of going out there at night.
Don't go out there at night. Never go out there at night. I don't care who you are. Don't go out
But I
there
figured it was
at
something
night.
simple. Might as well deal with it. So I grabbed the flashlight in one hand, rifle in the other, and stepped outside. The silence was different. Not just quiet, heavy, thick, like sound itself had been vacuumed away. My boots crunched on gravel like they were the only sound in the world. I made my way around the cabin, shining the light into the trees. The woods felt closer, like the trees had crept in. I knelt by the dish, fiddled with the mount. Then I heard it, a snap, a single deliberate break of a branch. Not wind, not an animal, a step. I slowly turned and raised the flashlight. That's when I saw the eyes. Red, glowing, fixed in the dark like coals waiting to ignite. They didn't blink, didn't flicker, just stared. The shape around them was massive, wolf-like, but wrong. The snout too long, the ears too high, the fur
Goony goo goo.
I would camp there just for fun. That's my issue. My ass would camp there just for fun. Paul, you coming with me?
Nope. Nope.
Why not?
Nope. Nope. Too old
You're
for
no fun.
camping. Camping in an RV,
What if
maybe.
we got a cabin?
Yeah, maybe. Cabin or an RV.
Cabin or
Yeah.
RV?
Mm-hmm.
mangy, clumped, and missing in places. Even hunched, it stood taller than any person I'd ever seen. I didn't move, didn't breathe, didn't breathe. The rifle felt laughable in my hand.
Why did he say did breathe twice?
I don't know.
Like pointing a toy at a train. It didn't step forward, didn't growl, didn't bare its teeth. Just stood there, as if deciding whether I was worth the effort. After what felt like hours, probably less than a
No, you weren't worth the effort. Because it
No, you
was
weren't.
nothing but a skinwalker.
minute, something inside me snapped. I turned and ran, didn't think, didn't look back. I sprinted to the door, yanked it open, slammed it shut, locked it, and dragged a bookshelf in front. Then I sat on the floor, rifle clutched in both
And nothing happened because you didn't let it in.
hands, eyes on the door until sunrise. In the morning, I stepped outside expecting to see something. Broken branches, footprints, anything. But there was nothing. Not a single blade of grass disturbed. Like the night had erased itself. But I knew what I saw. I hadn't imagined it. Over the next few days, I started hearing things. Not loud, soft, deliberate. Footsteps circling the cabin. Once, a tap on the bedroom window. Not hard. Just once. Like it was checking if I was still there. I didn't sleep much. Even during the day, I felt watched. Wherever I went, it was just behind the trees, just out of sight. After 2 more weeks, I packed up. Didn't call Harold. Just left the key on the porch and drove down the mountain with a rifle across my lap. People still tell stories about those ridges. Those things live out there that predate the roads, the towns, even the people. They speak of them like weather part of the landscape. Not evil.
Yeah. For all you UK people, we definitely have fucking wise tales about the Appalachian Mountains and how they're evil.
Not good. Just there. And if I'd hesitated that night, if I'd stayed outside 1 second longer, I don't think I would have made it back inside.
I think they're Indian curses.
I think so too. I think once the Indian land got taken away, they just cursed the fucking land. Like, go fuck yourself. You want
That's
this
right.
land? You're gonna fucking deal with what we're putting on it. That's how that shit works. Because people gotta remember that the Indians were here first.
I was in the Appalachian Mountains with my brother Micah and his friend Jonah. We'd done this ridge hike dozens of times. The trail clings to the crest of the ridge, narrow in parts where it feels
Have you got on that trail at all, Paul? The
Yeah.
Appalachian Trail?
No, when you drive up to like Skyline Drive, you cross it 3 or 4 times. There'll be a little sign that says Appalachian Trail, and there'll be like a crossing guard thing. I mean, not where pedestrians crossing a 2-lane road. So you got to look out for people, hikers. Well, I've crossed it many a time driving up there, but I've never walked it.
I want to
'Cause
go,
I
but
had shit to do.
right, I
Yeah,
want to go,
it's
but
a-
I ain't walking that shit. How about me and you stay back in the cabin, and Roy and Jordan could go walk it?
Sure. That'll
like you're
work.
walking on a spine with sharp drop-offs on both sides. Then it widens into lazy switchbacks that zigzag upward toward the outlook spots. On that day, something, or maybe just curiosity, pushed us farther than usual. We set our goal on the far overlook. We climbed, chatting and teasing each other, until we reached the place where the valley drops away, and you feel wide open but still contained. The sun was slipping downward, painting everything in golden tones. Long shadows stretched like fingers. On the opposite ridge, the moon hovered just above the treetops. It looked too big, too pale, as if someone had placed it there by mistake. I told Micah the moon looked low enough to touch. That was when the weight of the moment hit me, heavier than the usual mountain hush. We traded a look, something unspoken passing between us, and started back, knowing daylight was
Yeah, that's another thing. They always say that if you go to the Appalachian Mountains, and you feel like something's watching you, just keep moving. If it feels heavy, just keep moving. Do you think the internet will work there? Probably not. You're gonna have to get a good old camera. You're gonna have to get one of these good old boys.
Or satellite phone. uh,
I was saying to take videos and record pictures.
yeah, I've got a Sony Handycam, a camera or two.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna need on the Appalachian Mountains.
Was limited, but light fades quicker than you think in those mountains, especially when
So we're gonna listen to this story, and then I'll probably listen to the rest of these offline.
you've been admiring horizons. By the time we reached the fork in the trail, dusk had taken over. We had a choice: head straight back to the car, or take the side trail we'd only scouted briefly once before. When I suggested that path, it wasn't stupidity. It felt adventurous. I said, "We'll be fine." At that time, there were
Never say we'll be fine. Never.
still hikers around. Families laughing, kids chasing each other, couples holding cameras and posing. That chatter gave us a sense of safety, so we went for it. Within minutes, I fell back on a steep stretch. My breathing turned ragged, lungs burning the way they rarely did anymore. I stopped and motioned for Mike and Jonah to go on. They jogged ahead, their shapes disappearing into drifting shadows. Almost immediately, fog rippled in. 1 second, cool mountain air. The next, gray mist rolling along the ground, climbing over roots, curling around stones, thickening like a living thing. I stood there, chest tight, watching the path vanish. Then I saw Micah stop ahead. Jonah sprinted back toward me, his face blurred in the haze, but Micah stayed fixed on something. I couldn't tell what until he backed up. "Whatever is up there," he said quietly. "It's not right." He pointed. I squinted. All I could see was the bend of the trail, the fog swirling. He said it looked like a person at first, tall and broad, but wrong. The proportions were off. And when it noticed us, it dropped on all fours and moved across the path in a blur.
Again, they're talking about a skinwalker.
Too fast for something that size. It didn't bound like a bear or skid like a deer. It slid like liquid shadow. His hand shot out, grabbed my arm,
else.
and dragged me.
Something else.
What do you think it is?
I had something else, and then Skinwalker. Because you never heard of Skinwalker until Skinwalker Ranch came out.
Right.
99 or 95, whenever the book came out. And the TV series came out. And the Indians talked about it. The path of the Skinwalker. And everything's a skin, like Slender Man. It's made up. And something else is, I can't remember the thing.
Sasquatch?
Sasquatch be real.
Hellhound.
Could be real. I think it's a thing of more so in the UK.
Hellhound. They say
Black
that
dog.
there's hellhounds. Yeah, they say that there's hellhounds in the Appalachian Mountains.
There's
So
all kinds of shit in the Appalachian Mountains.
sometimes I think my cat is a skinwalker. He pulls them funny faces. Dude, sometimes I think my dogs grow fucking posable thumbs and take themselves off the lead. Cause for no reason, Ghostly got off the lead today. And they're carabined on. So they ain't just like unclipping themselves.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is it a collar or a harness? It's a collar,
It's a
right?
collar, and the collar was on them.
Collar was, that's crazy.
Yeah. Which means that literally the fucking carabine had to come off his collar somehow. Coco does it all the fucking time. I swear she grows posable thumbs.
Back. We stumbled and fell. When we got up, he whispered, "You see how dark it was, not shaded, the absence of light." That wordless terror pressed on me so hard I could feel every beat of my heart. As we turned and started to retreat, silence fell. Not just quiet. Everything went. No frogs croaking, no branches scratching, no hikers calling back. Nothing. Moments earlier, the forest had been alive with voices and movement stretching behind us. In a blink, it was gone, as if the earth had muted itself on purpose. We didn't check our phones until we were well down the trail. No signal, no map, no hope of help. We kept moving, retracing steps, hearts pounding, every crack of a twig too loud. Another curve in the path, another pause. Micah froze again. He said it moved to the left, toward the cliffside, but that was impossible. The slope was sheer rock, nettles, brambles, no path, no space. And yet, it vanished without a sound. No slip, no crash, nothing broken. Just gone. Every step onward grew heavier. The trail was familiar, but each stride felt weighted. My legs burned. Breaths jarred in my ribs. Muscles knotted tight. I clenched my stainless steel water bottle so hard I thought I'd break it. It felt ridiculous, but I needed something solid to hold. Something that grounded me. Then, out of nowhere, a warm, steady glow bobbed through the fog. It reflected in droplets clinging to pine needles. A lantern, maybe, swinging side to side. I thought relief would flood me, that I would laugh or cry or run toward it. But by the time we reached the trailhead, whoever carried that glow had vanished. I looked around. The parking lot, packed hours earlier, was almost empty. Just our car and one other. A couple quietly snapping pictures of mossy trees. No lantern bearer. No footsteps leading off. No whisper of movement. Nothing to suggest anyone had been there. I cracked a joke about werewolves. Dread made the humor clumsy. Neither of them smiled. Micah's jaw looked ready to break. Jonah, who had been silent, finally spoke. His voice was barely out. I saw something too. Low to the ground. Crawling. I didn't want to say it until I knew. He trailed off. I glanced around, the forest edging toward us, quiet and intent. We didn't talk on the way back. Jonah sat in the back seat, his eyes shadowed, like he thought we'd all vanish and he'd be the last one left. At home, he refused to be alone. So we ended up piled on the sofas, tangled in blankets like kids again, refusing to sleep. The dark had followed us. The next evening, I sat nursing a cold pizza box while the news droned on. Then they said something that froze me. Last night had been a super blood wolf moon. That phrase, wolf moon, made my skin prickle. An echo of dread slid down my neck. Jonah leaned in, voice low. I think it came with the moonlight. The shivers never left. Later, I remembered something from long before. The first time I hiked that ridge, I paused at a slim section. Safe enough, but narrow. And there, a simple wooden cross hammered into the dirt. Weathered, unlabeled. Just a bare cross. I wondered about it then. Now, it lingers in my head. Maybe it wasn't a tombstone. Maybe it was a marker. I can't stop thinking about what happened. I replay every moment when I close my eyes.
Could you imagine it being a fucking werewolf? That should be creepy. But I don't think they're real.
Dogman, the Dogman shit.
Dogman,
Dogman?
yes, maybe, possibly. But werewolf, no.
Well, like if you believe in shit, you're gonna see something, and
Right.
yeah. I fear what's two-legged and is everywhere and it's evil like a human more than anything supernatural. Bigfoot's not it doesn't hurt people unless they try to hurt it. And they're everywhere. They're in every state.
They are.
And they're,
Every
and they're
state
in
has
Russia.
their own historical.
Yeah. Skunk ape in Florida lives in the swamp. And then you got, they're all over. I'm sure there's a shitload of them in Appalachian Mountains and all the way up. Canada, South America, Russia, you know. I saw one here in the 70s. This lady was driving down Rolling Road and she thought it was some giant, some circus person or deer at first, and then she got closer and it was she said it was ape-like, but it was way too big for an ape, and it crossed the road in 2 steps and stepped over a 4-foot fence like it was nothing. So she saw it for like 3 seconds, and the report is an active report that she called the cops and made the report. That's still on the books. But now that same area is built up so much. It's all townhouses and shit. So, but yeah, they can cloak. I believe they can cloak. They can get too close to their families. They can make you feel scared. They can throw that stink at you to make you go. First, they'll throw the stink at you. Go, that's stinky, that's sulfur, kind of dirty dog smell. I think we should get out of here. If that doesn't work, they put a fear into you. It makes you turn around and leave. Yeah, Bigfoot's definitely for real. UFOs are for real.
Have you ever heard of the book Missing 411?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, follow the Dave Politis guy all the time.
I think me and you
Yep.
should react to some of his. Actually, we can't. Hold on.
React.
Now
It's kind of
remember, I have to stop it every so often. It's like every 15 seconds. I actually do have to stop it. Which is really annoying. I don't know how fast they talk, so I'm putting it down to 1.5. Because unless they talk like James Charles, I normally put the shit on 2 to watch it.
That last thing we just listened to was computer voice.
Mm-hmm.
They do
And
a
that's
lot of
why-
gun channels.
And that's
shit.
why
That
it's so fucking slow.
droney ass. You don't see a guy, somebody's face talking. I go, oh, that's computer generated.
Right?
It's a bot. It's a bot channel or a bot whatever. It's all the time. A lot of gun
True.
channels are that way.
All right. The most haunting unsolved missing 411 cases.
Have you ever heard of Missing 411? Of course you have. You're here. I know most
Ah, I love her. Just call me Chris.
of you probably have. But for those of you who haven't, it is a series of books written by former police officer David Paulides. Big fan, by the way. About mysterious
I don't know. Should we watch hers? I thought this didn't say a channel. Oh yeah, call me Chris. David Paulides. There we go.
His will bore you. His shit will bore the shit out of you. It's all,
His will
it's
bore
all
you.
facts. It's all facts and diagrams and very non, just
So,
listen to the girl.
well, there's another one that we can watch that I know I won't get copyright. Well, I might get copyright struck, but I mean, I'm reacting to his shit. So,
That Balin fucking guy.
oh, you don't like him?
No. But go
Why not?
ahead and play it. I don't know. I just don't like him. It just reminds me of somebody I can't stand. And it's
Ah,
Balin. I can't. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Something very strange seems to be going on inside of national parks in North America. Every year, hundreds of people go missing in these parks, but these parks are huge expanses of wilderness. So it's not particularly unusual that people might go missing inside of them. But every year, of those hundreds of people that go missing, there's always a few that go missing under very strange circumstances. Either the way in which they disappeared doesn't really add up. Someone will be watching or keeping an eye on someone. They'll turn around and then turn back and that person's missing and there's not a trace of them. And
I've actually heard many stories of that shit happening where you're watching your kid and then you turn around to talk to an adult for like 2 seconds, turn back around and they're gone.
they're never found again. Or you'll have
Yeah.
instances of someone will go missing.
But that's something else. That's something different than the national park shit. Because
Right.
the government's covering it up. Government knows what it
There'll be an
is.
extensive search. There's no trace of them. And then they're found like miles and
They do, but they're not going to tell us.
Oh, hell no. So I think it was a deal they made with a certain group of extraterrestrials.
Right.
As soon as the guy goes missing, there's a storm. Some kind of adverse weather thing happens for a couple days. And then they'll search for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then they'll find the body. It'll be like 3 or 4 weeks down the trail. Then they'll find the body in a creek. And the body should be decayed and stuff. And the body's fresh, like it's just been killed. It's too weird. It's like something abducts them, does whatever with them, and then they're done with them and they drop them back off. Some never get found. It's
Very
weird.
true. There are a lot of people that don't get found. So,
miles away in locations that are almost impossible to get to. Now, one man, David Paulides, who's a former police detective, he began researching these very strange disappearances inside of national parks. It started when a park ranger actually approached him and said, hey, there's a bunch of weird things happening in state parks. You should look into it because you're a former detective.
yeah, if you got the time, look up the strange shit that happens in the park.
And so after looking into it, he discovered that there were so many oddities around many of these strange disappearances. And he saw there was many overlaps and similarities that he really dove into it. And he's examined thousands of these strange cases. By his count, 10,000 plus hours of
Dude, can we actually get into the fucking first case? All right, here's the first case. Sorry, I'm not one to listen to bullshit. I want to hear what the fuck the stories are.
On Father's Day weekend, 1969, 6-year-old Dennis Martin, his brother, his father, and his grandfather headed up to the Smoky Mountains to go camping. This was a family tradition on Father's Day, and they were really excited about it. They get to the same campsite they always used. They set up. They have a wonderful first night. They camp out, and the next day, another camper in the area happened to walk by and saw that Dennis and his brother were playing there. And so this camper had kids as well. And he asked Dennis's father, hey, would it be okay if I brought my kids by? They're the same age as your sons and they can just play together. Dennis's father says, sure, bring them down. And so the man goes, gets his kids, they come back, and before long, all the kids are playing hide and seek. Now, Dennis's father would say that he had an eye on Dennis the whole time. He was just at a distance.
I had my eye on the kid. I'm telling you, I had my eye on the kid.
No, he went in the cabin and did some shit. Then he comes back. The father comes back. The guy goes, he was just here. Yada, yada, yada. And
watching his son to make sure he didn't get lost.
Yeah.
And so at one point, all the kids are hiding from the parents. And, at some point, the parents say, okay, show yourselves. And all the kids, except for Dennis, show themselves. And Dennis's father has watched Dennis go behind a particular tree. He watched him do it. He was watching the whole time. And so when they said, come on out, and he didn't come out, he actually wasn't that concerned because he knew exactly where his son was. And then after a few months,
Why would you not be concerned if you're fucking, you say, all right, come on out. And, oh, but this one kid does not come out. I'd be like, all right, you need to come out now. You got like 30 seconds. Because you never know what's going to happen in 30 seconds. They could have fell. There could have been a sinkhole behind that tree. There could have been a medical issue behind that tree. Right?
no, they checked. They had sheriff come out. And the sheriff brought more people than called the rescue guys to come out. They checked everything. And they even gave lie detectors to the parents.
God damn.
Yep.
Yeah, but lie detectors aren't admissible in court.
No, but
Moments he yelped
I mean, they're not. It's just measures stress. Is all it does.
Yep. And if
your
you're
kid's,
under a lot
the
of
kid's
stress,
missing and you're stressed, it's going to show you're stressed.
right? Like, how are you not going to be stressed about that?
son directly and starts walking over and says, Dennis, come out, Dennis, maybe behind the tree. And when he finally got over there, Dennis wasn't there. Dennis's father immediately starts running off into the woods, screaming for his son. And he actually ends up running almost 2 miles up the Appalachian Trail, just hollering for his son, and he can't find him. And then the rest of the family had broken up and was searching the area because they're thinking, like, he couldn't have gone very far. He was literally just here. And Dennis's father had said before, like, I watched him go behind the tree. I watched him. I don't know where he is, but I watched him go behind the tree. And so they're searching everywhere, and Dennis is gone. So a huge search. In fact, the biggest search in park history ensues with 1,500 searchers. That included the Army Green Berets, so the special forces got involved.
God damn. 1,500 people, including the special forces. It only took 12 people to
this
find
guy-
Jordan.
This guy just copies other people's shit, which I do not respect. So, but it's not the first case. First case was in the 30s that somebody went missing, and
Well, if I had Missing 411 book, I would read them.
all of his things are on YouTube.
Yeah.
David Paulides' stuff, the movies too. I do believe that the UFO 411 is really good.
Is it?
Yes. Is really good. It used to be like $3 to watch it on the internet. It's free now. And then 911 The Hunters is a good one. And just the first one is good. So he's made 3 movies with help of his son. His son did all the camera work and the editing and everything. After the 3rd movie, he committed suicide, which is very weird. He broke
Yeah,
his dad
YouTube.
up big time.
YouTube TV. It's free.
Mm-hmm.
The documentary Missing 411 UFO.
Now I know why all these guys like White Claw. I've never really had one till now.
Did they taste good?
Yeah, it's a seltzer, strawberry. I had a strawberry one. Tasted like, didn't taste like beer. Tasted like a seltzer with a mild, little bit of strawberry notes to it.
Ooh,
5%
the Lore
alcohol.
Lodge. Have you watched the Lore Lodge? Says David
No.
is missing, or David is lying about missing 411. All right.
to the public. So when I eventually started making YouTube videos a few months later, I made it my mission to show the world that something strange was going on in our national parks, to vindicate David Paulides. At first, I trusted David's word at face value. He was a detective after all. He knew how investigations worked. He said that he only included cases that hadn't been solved.
Nah, this guy's nobody. He does his own little paranormal things, and it's all him walking around in the woods, looking at shit. I've watched like 5 of his videos, and it's like, he doesn't prove a point. I don't know what he's complaining to Politis about, but
All right, let's speed this up
he's
to
compiled all the. All right, speed it up.
2.5, and we'll watch it real quick.
solved, and that this was a crucial piece of what made something a missing 411 case in the first place. Foolishly assuming that his work was bulletproof,
Okay,
I felt that
we're
all I needed to
gonna
do was
have to
provide
go
even more
through
evidence in favor of what he was saying. I would see comments claiming that his work left out details, or that things weren't as he made them seem. And I figured people believing them were simply too skeptical or close-minded to see the big picture. It couldn't all be a coincidence, right? No, people just needed to understand how bizarre these stories were, and maybe that just meant that they needed more detail than Politis had given them. If they wouldn't trust his word, they at least had to trust the facts. Then something strange began happening. There were disparities. Something wouldn't line up with news reports, or there would be a detail that seemed questionable. And at first, I didn't think much of it. Everyone makes little mistakes here and there. It's not too big an issue if it doesn't pertain directly to the disappearance. And besides, with so many cases, it was impossible that there wasn't some kind of connection, right? I continued to think that way for most of the first 2 years the channel existed. And then I came to the case of Aaron Hedges.
It's too fast. I can't.
Okay, so basically what he's saying is, here, we'll go back for you.
Politis. At first, I trusted David's word at face value. He was a detective after all. He knew how investigations worked. He said that he only included cases that hadn't been solved, and that this was a crucial piece of what made something a missing 411 case in the first place. Foolishly assuming that his work was bulletproof, I felt that all I needed to do was provide even more evidence in favor of what he was saying.
If they haven't been, oh God, this guy's an idiot.
I would see comments claiming that his work left out details, or that things weren't as he made them seem. And I figured the people leaving them were simply too skeptical or closed-minded to see the big picture. It couldn't all be a coincidence, right? No, people just needed to understand.
First of all, there's millions of stories of people fucking going missing. Second of all, it's a fucking book. Even if he was a police officer, you're still not allowed to fucking talk about unsolved cases in that way. Like,
No, the case has been closed. I mean, after a couple years, they go, it's open, but it's still, the person's
it's
still
closed,
missing.
yeah.
But his whole thing was the government has documentation because he's talked to some rangers, and they go, I could be killed for telling you this, and yeah, about this weird shit that goes on in the parks.
Right. Yeah. Oh God.
Understand how bizarre these stories were, and maybe
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is
Keep
it
playing.
really that bad?
that just meant that they needed more detail than Politis had given them. If they wouldn't trust
Huh?
A million kids go missing a year. Okay.
Well,
and
yeah, I
figure
understand a million.
A third of them are usually parents, divorced parents, grabbing them up and taking them, and they just kind of disappear. But that's a lot of kids. That's a whole child trafficking thing. But I mean, adults, they go hiking by themselves, or they're in a group and they've been lagging behind, and all of a sudden they're gone, and there's no way the person, and then they're found 15 miles on the top of a mountain that you can't even climb unless you're a mountain climber. Shit like that. It's just too weird.
Right. Thank
It's
you,
too
Jamie.
weird, I tell you.
All right.
his word, they at least had to trust the facts. Then something strange began happening. There were disparities. Something wouldn't line up with the news reports, or there would be a detail that seemed questionable. And at first, I didn't think much of it. You know, everyone makes little mistakes here and there. It's not too big an issue if it doesn't pertain directly to this.
Or maybe there's the fact that everything has two sides of every story.
Well, let's say everything has two sides to a story.
Right. It's like flipping a huge fucking coin and being like, oh, yeah, we're going to go with this side. Fucking idiot.
Disappearance. And besides, with so many cases, it was impossible that there wasn't some kind of connection, right? And I continued to think that way for most of the first 2 years that this channel existed. And then I
Yes, there is a connection. You just don't know it.
came to the case of Aaron Hedges. Or to be more accurate, I came back to the case of Aaron Hedges, and largely because of those same skeptical comments I had been so quick to discount earlier. One user in particular, who goes by the name D. Richards, told me to look into the Missing Enigmas videos on these cases, which often cite direct case files, and finally I relented. I pulled up Nick's video on the Aaron Hedges case. Nick, the mind behind the channel The Missing Enigma, is an extremely meticulous researcher, and in the years since I first watched his video on Aaron's disappearance, I'm happy to say that he's become a friend of the channel. He's provided us with resources numerous times, appeared on our live show, and directly changed my mind about something on more than one occasion. It was because of him that I became aware that Politis had left out a very important and extremely relevant detail in his coverage of the Aaron Hedges story.
So we're supposed to put every detail in every fucking story. Okay.
Yeah, if there's details to put.
Well, here's the
That's
thing.
the thing.
So sometimes they leave out details, and police will leave out details, so that way, if it's unsolved, somebody can
No,
say,
well,
"Hey,
just
yeah, I
like,
know this."
just how they're carrying this fucking shooting in
Minnesota.
latest fucking shooting. They beat the guy up and they kicked the gun away and they
Mace-
shot him.
Maced him twice in the
maced him.
face.
Yeah, he was on the
Pistol
ground. They
whipped
beat
him
the
in
shit out
his
of him.
head. Reached in
Yeah.
his waistband, grabbed his gun,
They can't,
ran
they
away
said
with the
different.
gun, and shot him. Yeah, I know.
The missing person was actively going through alcohol withdrawal, was taking prescription benzodiazepines, and had likely been mixing the two in the hours before he vanished. I was floored.
And how did they find that out? How did they find that out?
Not only did Nick have police reports confirming this to be the case, but those same reports noted that Aaron had been agitated and irritable towards friends and family. And as someone who's been prescribed those same drugs myself and made similar poor decisions regarding their interactions with alcohol, I couldn't believe that someone could be unaware of how powerful they are and what they can do to the human psyche when in stressful situations. The only thing that made sense
He's a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, he's
Yes, those medications can be a power trip and they can ruin your psyche and whatever. But at the end of the day, if you really want to fucking look at it, you're still going to, if you're going out for a hike or whatever, you're still going to calm down enough to fucking contact your family. Right? Right.
Mhm.
sense to me was that David Politis must not have known that Aaron was an alcoholic or that he was taking benzos. And so I reached out to the Sweetgrass County Sheriff's Department. Now, Sweetgrass County wasn't actually the lead investigative agency in the case. That role was held by neighboring Park County, but they were the agency willing to speak with Politis on camera for The Hunted. A high-ranking representative for the county sheriff, who asked to remain anonymous, got back to me within 24 hours. And if my jaw was on the floor prior to that, it was in the basement by the time I finished reading the email. When I reached out, I specifically told my contact that one major point of contention in The Hunted is the omission of Mr. Hedges' alleged alcoholism and drug issues, which seem to have been included in some of the official documentation. Shortly after that, I received a response explaining that the department did tell David Politis about the alcohol abuse and the suspicions by his friend of Aaron drinking, and that Dave chose to omit that from the final cut. And at that point,
Which is Dave's own choice to
Okay,
admit that.
say somebody's doing benzos and drinking, and they have an accident. How come they never find the body?
Right,
Mhm. Mhm.
right. Where's the fucking body?
That's why it's called missing 411.
Fuck it. He's a dumbass.
This guy's a dumbass.
He is, because yes, if David knew that the dude was taking fucking benzo and drinking, right? And he did not tell the full story, as this guy's saying, and left out that he was drinking, and maybe it could have been to save the fucking family the distress of learning that their kid is an alcoholic or a drug abuser or whatever. Maybe it had nothing to do with the story. What it had to do with was, hey, this kid's missing. This is where he was, how he was, and the whole 9 yards. It had nothing, like, it had a tinge to do with the fucking story. It's not a main focal point.
Right.
my entire perspective on Missing 411 changed. I could no longer honestly believe that David Politis was simply making mistakes or that he was just lacking information. This was a cut and dry example of him leaving something out of the story because it would explain the otherwise inexplicable, the irrational behavior.
What, Jordan? This idiot.
Putz. He's a putz.
He is. Because he says it would explain the otherwise inexplainable. No, it fucking won't. If a guy is on all these medications and drinking, it's an irrational or whatever, a benzo and alcohol is not going to make you irrational. It
No,
might
it
make
makes you sleepy. Make
But
you
a
real
lot of
sleepy.
people, it makes us sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
Of the subject of that story. That said, I still wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt for some reason. He must have spent a lot of money on that movie, and while it's certainly dishonest, maybe this was just an error in judgment. Maybe he was choosing to risk a little bit of credibility if that meant people would turn their attention to all of the other strange stories, and in doing so, force the higher authorities like the FBI and the National Park Service to divulge whatever it was they might be hiding. But as I looked into more and more cases,
How about they actually do fucking disclose it?
that facade crumbled into dust. I still hesitated to call David Politis a liar, even as examples of his dishonesty, or at least his failures to account for all of the information piled higher and higher. Then came the Pennsylvania cluster, in which my concern for being respectful finally shattered. Pennsylvania is my home state, so I know this place well, and it soon became clear that David Politis simply doesn't know anything about the Keystone State, nor did he try very hard to familiarize himself with the surprisingly vast and diverse landscapes that 13 million Americans call home. Over and over again, I found instances where Politis would cite an article directly, only to then contradict something plainly written in that same article. Be it fabrication, misrepresentation, or omission, the author simply could not stop contradicting his own sources. By the time I finally finished the Pennsylvania cluster and moved on to the Yosemite cluster, home of the infamous Stacey Artis disappearance, I was done being charitable. And further investigation.
So how is he contradicting himself if he's writing it in one way? I don't understand it. Explain it to me because I'm a fucking idiot.
He can't because he's an idiot.
He says he contradicts himself.
No,
Doesn't
he
give
doesn't.
any way he contradicts himself. Doesn't explain how he doesn't know the land, doesn't, all of that shit. Where I want reasons. I want reasons. Give me reasons. Give me a fucking detailed list.
Yeah,
Don't fucking
Politis he talked about these guys and says there's these guys that are stealing my shit, and then they're telling me I make half of it up and I'm leaving stuff out. And if you want to know the real 411, there's me and there's another guy. I forgot who he said it was. He says there's at least a dozen or maybe 24 people that are stealing my shit and telling it in their fashion, and that's what this guy's doing.
Right. That's what all of them do.
Investigation of America's oldest protected wilderness vindicated that change in demeanor almost immediately. David Politis wasn't just ignorant or lazy in his coverage. He was actively being dishonest, and it became
He was
Ooh,
not
that's
specific.
libel.
Right.
That's slander or libel. One of those.
Tell us how.
Yeah, please.
abundantly clear as the cases went on. At the beginning of this episode, I asked the question, what if the truth behind Missing 411 isn't what Politis claims? And in this video, I will not only answer that, but I will provide concrete examples that prove David Politis was never telling the truth about any of this. Beginning with the
So far, you've just given us fucking libel and slander.
story of how Missing 411 originated. But before we get into that, I have to tell you guys a secret. Despite my perfect hair and glowing complexion, you may be surprised to learn that I am not so great at eating my veggies. Now, I'm not making excuses.
Oh, I'm not listening to your fucking commercial.
In the United States and asking a series of questions to a law enforcement supervisor. It soon got around the park that I was making inquiries into specific topics that caused a great deal of conversation among the park's employees. These are the first two sentences of the introduction to Missing 411, Western United States. And if Politis is to be believed, they are the background to the discussion which led him to begin investigating disappearances in national parks for the first time.
Right, because when you ask questions, you're gonna get fucking the answer. You're gonna get answers you don't want. Either you're gonna get shit, or you're gonna get. That's your two choices.
You're just
They're not gonna straight up tell you all the facts. They're not gonna straight up tell you all the shit.
yeah. Maybe
I don't care
maybe
who
the
you are.
families don't want to disclose their medical history and shit like that
Right.
because that's not the point.
What if the family
know?
said, hey, could you leave him being an alcoholic out? Could you leave him being on benzos out? What if the family did that? He was just respecting the family wishes. But this guy's making it seem like he just fucking did it out of malice.
Politis claims that he was back in his room at a lodge off the park property when an off-duty ranger in street clothing knocked at my door. Also, just seems like a good opportunity to say this. If you see 3 dots in quotes in the bottom corner of the video, bottom right corner, that indicates I'm reading a quote. We probably should have made that clear at some point in the past, but now you know. Anyway, Politis goes on to say that the ranger introduced, oh look, there they are. The ranger introduced himself and stated that he had read my books and said that he knew of my law enforcement and investigative background and felt that I was the perfect individual to research an issue that he had known concerned him for many years. The issue, according to the author,
So if Politis says, hey, this guy trusts me, maybe he decided to leave some information out. Sometimes you do that in a story. It's like when I talk about Roy's story. Even you said some things are better left disclosed. So this guy could go fuck himself.
author was with regard to unsolved disappearances within the national parks, and specifically to claim that the Park Service was doing everything possible to keep a lid on the publicity surrounding the missing. Now, this wasn't the kind of thing that the average seasonal staffer would be aware of, just the upper echelon of law enforcement supervisors who were concerned with the number.
Everybody talks about it, so how the fuck wouldn't they know? You got fucking rangers, cops, the whole 9 yards. How the fuck aren't they gonna know?
What's the title of this video?
David, whatever his last name is, lying
Right.
about missing 411.
Okay. I'll go leave a comment after the stream.
America's favorite cryptid is responsible for completely explainable disappearances. It also bothers me that David, who in 2004 founded an organization called North America Bigfoot Search, routinely alludes to the idea of a large mammal absconding with people, only to turn around and pretend he's not doing it. And that's what I mean by that. I'd like to draw your attention to that AMA I mentioned, in which he said, I'm always
He's
asked, what
never
is causing
said
this?
that.
We don't know.
He's never said that.
Right.
He's never said that. This guy's full of shit.
Right. Come on. Get with the fucking correct
pro-
information.
The program. Get with the program. God damn.
And we have never made any innuendo about what may be occurring. And that is simply not the case. For example, let's look at the following entry from the Pennsylvania section of Eastern United States. This is another case in which the article did not give the first name of the child. The May 28, 1901 New York Times article merely stated that the missing girl was the daughter of Frank Simpson. The article states that the girl was playing with family members when she walked into the woods for some unknown reason. The children tried to lure her out, but she disappeared. The family summoned neighbors and friends to search the woods, but could not find the girl. I could not find any other articles about this incident, but there was one sentence in the article I found that was disturbing. Is believed to have been carried off by a bear in the woods near here. There is no explanation as to why the family believes the child was taken by a bear. First of all, it took me approximately 5 minutes to find a decent number of articles from much more local sources, which gave considerably more detail on this story, including the girl's first name, which was Daisy. I will give Politis some slack because he was writing.
So wait, if he didn't include the fucking minor child's fucking name, there's normally a reason for that. You don't include minor children, but this dude right here, the Lower Lodge, is gonna include the fucking minor's name. Excuse me, dude. I would be
Yeah.
pissed.
Well,
Let's say it was my child.
They're presumed dead after so many months or so many weeks. They're not found.
But if it was still my minor child that came up missing and it's been years and I see this shit, I would be pissed.
Mm-hmm. And
Writing his books before
so.
newspapers.com or other similar websites.
I probably also want to fucking look at, you know, all this other shit. I don't know. This guy, he just gives me the creeps. Shall we continue?
It's up to you.
Sites were online, but that doesn't change the fact that he has a responsibility to either do the legwork required to get the full story or leave it out if he can't. The more important part, however, is the
He has every right to leave shit out if he wants.
last sentence of the segment. A common theme in Politis' writing is the inclusion of bears in stories where there shouldn't be bears. The implication is that the witness or missing person, most often a child, encountered a large hairy mammal and described it as a bear because they didn't have the words to describe a Sasquatch. It happens over.
Yeah. Because Sasquatches are known to be seen in the Appalachian Mountains. Hi, Tracy.
Well, there was a missing kid that a female Bigfoot took the child back close to where the kid lived and pointed, and then they go, a bear helped me. A bear
Right.
helped me get home.
Right. Or like the one story where literally a bear, all the kids seen a bear reach in the tent, grab the kid from the tent, and walk off and disappear with said kid. And when they found it, Mr. Wolf and Mr. Bear kept her safe and warm. So 2 and 2, I mean, sometimes people don't have words for what they fucking witness. If I see something out there, I wouldn't be like, oh, fucking Bigfoot did it. I'd be like, I could have swore it was a bear or a
Yeah,
cat,
'cause
mountain
when a
lion.
when a bear stands up on his hind legs, it doesn't have shoulders.
Exactly.
Bigfoot's just a part human anyway. It's part human, part something else that we don't have DNA for. So it's got yeah, because Paulides had like 100 hair samples, and they ended up throwing like 60 of them out because they were contaminated. And this lady that had a DNA place in Georgia, she did this. This was like 5 or 6 years ago, maybe even longer, and found out that Bigfoot is part human. Oh my goodness! Look at the little fur ball,
The little jewel.
the little one. I would like to have some kittens, but not really. They probably
Ah.
get squashed.
True. I sent that
Uh.
shit to you though. By the way, just so
By
you
the
know,
way,
I sent that to you. But yeah, fucking him being like, oh well, this, and this. Now go fuck yourself. Like,
yeah,
I don't understand it. I don't get it. Everybody has the right to be like, yo, leave this up. Leave this up. Leave that up. But everybody wants to make an issue with it when you say, leave this up, leave that up, you know?
yeah, yeah.
It becomes a grand issue. Like, fucking hell.
Damn posers.
I can't listen to any more of his bullshit.
Damn posers. Yeah, that guy's full of shit.
See, that's my issue listening to any kind sort of that shit. Like, I can do like 3 minutes of it and then I'm like, yeah, go fuck yourself. Because one, everybody has the right to write a story in their own way. 2, everybody has the right to leave certain details out. 3, if it says a bear, a lot of times people put unidentified animal because bears don't have shoulders. Bears can't carry humans in their hands. Bears don't
Yeah.
have elbows.
And
They would
usually
have
a bear would eat a child, and there would be traces of blood and clothing and tracks, and the dogs never pick up scents, and they can't figure
Exactly.
that out. So is the guy just, I don't know why the fuck he's picking on Dave Paulides. I don't get it.
Because it gives him views.
I guess.
Let's go back and look. Let me go back and see if I can see how many. Yeah, 676,000 views. Just from slandering him.
No, that can't be right.
Yeah, it is.
He's only got like 40,000 subs. I
He
think.
has 700. Not David. Lore Lodge has
This
750.
squirrel.
750K subs, and he got 600,000 views on that fucking video by slandering David.
He must have bought those motherfucking views and them subs.
Right. Okay, so the Lore Lodge. How many?
Yes.
He literally does so much about missing
Weird
411.
shit. Weird shit and paranormal shit in the Appalachians.
Well, we all do because we're all
No, but this
interested in it.
guy, yeah, but it's clickbait. Is all it
Attacked
is.
by Skinwalker. Your favorite slasher villains have dark real life origins? Yes, we all understand. 90% of the fucking they have true stories to it. But the horrible story of David Delacto, whatever, pass. The complete story.
Yeah.
You were lied to about Killdozer.
No, the news lies to us daily. Constantly
Right.
lies to us. The government lies to us.
What really happened between all these unexplained disappearances? But yeah, he goes into every single the disappearance of the disappearance of the disappearance of. I don't know. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to watch his channel because
You're just wasting your time. Watch David Paulides' channel if you want to watch the real shit. But this kid, he was in the military for 2 or 3 years, and he comes out. He goes, "I don't want to work. I'll become a YouTuber, walk around in the woods with a bunch of gear hanging off me, and film myself doing nothing." It was haunted. He was going to do this haunted coal miners back in the 30s. They used to use prisoners to mine coal in Appalachia somewhere, and he was going to go to these old coal mines and take his little ghost toys around there, and it never happened. It never happened. It was a 2-hour stream, and I watched it, and this guy's full of shit.
there are so many missing 411. Missing 411 podcast, missing 411 daily.
Yeah.
David Paulides daily. Let's see if it's actually him. No, it can't be. Yeah, it's not. It's just somebody ripping him off.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
David Paulides Bigfoot Daily. Can Missing Project.
Yeah, he uses 411 Can-Am, which is Canadian American. Yeah, that would be probably trademarked as his stuff. So anybody that uses the 411 Can-Am could be, I don't know. sued, maybe.
Well, good.
You even mentioned it last year or a couple years ago. I see all those fake guys out there that are redoing my shit and adding their little spice to it. They're all
Yeah,
losers.
it's got to be the Can-Am.
Can-Am. C-A-N-A-M. Yeah, 411
Yeah.
Can-Am.
Missing project. I am subscribed to him, so I'll have to message him and see if I can react to some of his stuff. At least then I give him the shout out. We are doing good. We're just talking about missing 411s and the Appalachian Mountains, because that's one thing we have. Me and Mr. Chemtrails over here has in common is we both like weird shit. Not
Weird
like
shit,
that.
you say?
Not like that.
You know, there's been people in the UK that have been left the bar and never made it home. Nobody could ever find them. Quite a few. Quite a
Yeah,
few
but
people.
nobody ever talks about them.
Well, Politis talks about it.
Yeah.
So
When I get my green screen, we'll have to react to it. We'll have to react to them. I don't think Trucker's
react.
joining us today.
Oh,
He
Is
says
he
he's
okay?
busy. He'll join us when he can.
okay.
I know he ain't switching trucks.
Hope he doesn't get screwed on a new shitty truck.
Oh, they already tried that shit.
I said, man, go to a dealer, trade your truck in, get whatever the fuck they're gonna give you for towards a new truck. Don't go to some shop like you that fucked your truck up last year. And he didn't have his truck for seemed like half the year. And when you
Yeah.
get it back, they'd still be messed up. And yeah. He's too damn trusting. When people tell him shit, he's just okay. All right.
I know it is, but here's the issue. And I didn't want to be an asshole, but one, you've only been on Discord for like 2 months, maybe 3. 2, my other channel that nobody knows about got fucking reported. I had to show ID of who I am. So, we're being very picky on who we allow in the Discord. We're not trying to grow our Discord. We use it to communicate. I ain't trying to grow it. Trucker ain't trying to grow it. We're using it to communicate. So I have to discuss with Trucker before I do anything, especially on truckers.
Does this person have a channel? Did you click on his? Oh, speak of the devil.
What's going on?
I don't
Not
know.
much,
I'm wondering
chilling.
about you. What's going on with you?
Not much.
Uh,
All right,
Okay.
Tracy. Yeah, we're not dealing with this shit. No, go fuck yourself. You can take your fucking ass right to the fucking. I know who you are. I ain't fucking dumb. That's why you ain't in our fucking Discord.
Ding dong.
Okay, what did I miss?
What we talked about yesterday.
He's fucking hid. Fuck that shit. He's like, let me in your Discord. I knew who he was. I told both of you who he
Right.
was. Saying
Yeah.
that's why your son's got Down syndrome. My son ain't got Down syndrome, you dumb bitch. He's got something a little bit
Damn.
more scarier than Down syndrome. He's
Damn.
got schizophrenia. He fucking hears voices.
I thought everybody heard voices. Is that just me? I guess I'm schizophrenic then.
I hear
Shit.
voices. But yeah, fucking coming in here. Let me show you who I am. I knew who you were. Because you literally fucking outed yourself. When you fucking I've only Discord for a month and a half. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Oh.
Oh, this is
That's
gonna
crazy.
really
I can't see the chat. Let me hear. Put the chat on so I can see the chat.
yeah, like literally.
Yeah, LOL is my Alta username. Yeah.
Right. That's why I'm like, yeah, no, you could go fuck yourself. I'm not gonna share that. I was gonna share like his fucking. It literally stated he had only been a member since on Discord since like October,
Damn.
and he's like, "Oh, I drew for all these people. No, you fucking use ChatGPT."
Name them. Name them. Name
Right.
the channels you drew for.
And he even said that's my alt account.
And not AI shit either. I mean, if you're really an artist per se,
Right.
you know. Whatever. Alrighty. Damn.
I'm gonna do this. I knew that shit was coming.
Just ban them.
I
can't get
did.
on YouTube. Okay. Get his butt out of here.
Like, why are they attacking my son? Stupid.
Oh, shit.
I knew he was just trying to get into my fucking Discord so that way he could get fucking information.
Right.
No. Ain't working.
Yeah. Don't you have to? Doesn't somebody have to invite you? You can't just. You can see somebody's Discord. It's not a server either. It's just like Facebook. You just you're logged in and you go and click on it, and then you see all your people.
No, actually, my shit's locked down. So
Yeah, we got it.
basically, both of ours is locked down. So if you go in, you have to have a general role to see anything.
Yep,
Yeah,
in
somebody
order,
has
and
to invite you.
yeah, that's the only way you can get
has
in is
been
by
since
invite.
2018.
Yep,
Yep.
you can't just type in name. Oh, there you is.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
it is.
I had
Right
it.
click.
I have it linked to my channel, which just means I'm gonna do this and unlink it. Customize my channel. I'm gonna unlink that one. I don't care about mine. Nobody has ever tried to join mine until all this shit show stuff started. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't fucking worried about it. Anyways, we were talking about Bigfoot and all the people that were going missing up in the Appalachian Mountains.
Mm.
We were reacting to
Yes.
some of them, and we realized that some people are just stupid.
Yeah,
Some people, like a lot of people.
Some people don't have the common sense their mama gave them. But that's
Yeah.
okay. Oh. So how's the roads up there?
we're all good now. It's all good now. It's just they just been everywhere, just cleaning up on the shoulders. So that's all that they got left to do is clean up on shoulders.
Oh, we still have ice out here. One too many people have been stuck in the driveways. We haven't even tried to get our car out yet. I'm like, there's no fucking way right now. I'll probably try to get it out tomorrow, though.
Right.
I gotta go buy, certain things.
Doesn't your Walmart have that free delivery thing over $35?
Yeah, but my tobacco store don't.
Well, you need to buy 2 of them. Next time you go, get 2 vapes.
I'm just gonna order them online. I found a website.
There you go. You'll save money. You'll save money if you order
Yeah.
online. Oh. Ah. Oh. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking to see if I can figure out some stuff. Yeah, I ain't stupid. I'm smarter than a box of rocks with instructions.
I just don't have nothing to say about me with that.
Stop it.
Oh, where can I park?
Someplace.
Yeah, I'll find somewhere to park. I already know right where I'm going to park. Just gotta wait for Scoop Balls to move out of my way, or unless it's up prime. Please don't take it.
I think they actually might have took somebody's real shit. I don't know.
Where are you, Scott?
I am at a TA in Fultonville, New York.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Oh, what?
I said I don't know.
You don't know.
Nope.
I gotta cut this beard off.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Look like a rabbi. Oy vey.
No.
It's too hot. Sleeping, it's just kind of like just me being lazy.
I
And it's
feel
winter
that.
time. I need a haircut too.
I need a haircut. I got your. It's too fucking hot.
Right?
It's gonna get too fucking hot. Right now, it's not. Right now, it's perfect. But I know it's gonna get too hot. I swear to God, that cat will not leave the cage in the fucking thing.
What did Jamie? Where did I just seen it? I've done Jordan rolls now.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Oh shit! You know what? Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Where'd you go?
No, I was going through the stuff. I see Jamie's not a mod, but must be on yours.
Probably.
Yeah, where's he been? I haven't seen him in a minute. Oh, he's supposed to be over here, right?
Yeah. But he don't come over here.
Hmm. Ah.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
So you can look at that ugly face.
It ain't like he doesn't know, because we've told him.
Right?
I mean, everybody's got to have haters, I guess. He just hate watching
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's okay, Jamie. We understand.
Okay.
But we should end this.
Choice. Should I go for that one? Or should I go for that one? I don't know how well you can see it.
Orange chicken, I guess.
Orange
That, like,
chicken?
your on your microwave entree dinner thing.
Yeah, microwave.
All right, say
No.
your final word.
Paul?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm graying out here.
Your final words.
Oh, final words: titties, and brewskis.
Fucking right.
Alright, everyone. It sucks that I wasn't up here for most of the show, but I was busy. But anyways. And Paul, flat out no, Paul, no. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream. I still don't know what it was about, but I'll catch up later. So peace out. Love y'all. See y'all later.
I love y'all. I hope you have a great time. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to become a member, it's only 99 cents. Love y'all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.